This boy was special from birth. He had antlers and big ears. The boy's name is Gaius. He lived with his father in the forest. From a young age, his father taught him to talk and read. On this day, Gaius was reading a book. His keen ears heard a movement behind him. It was a doe. He realized he looked a bit like the doe. And as he wondered, a storm was coming. Gaius rushed back to his father's side. This was the first time he had ever seen rain. Gaius was happy as a child. As he grew up, Gaius longed for the outside world, but his father would never let him go outside. This day, Gaius found the footprints of another deer. He followed the tracks to the edge of the forest. He found it deserted. His father came and dragged him back. When he couldn't hide it any longer, he had to tell him the truth. It turned out that, a few years ago, a virus had swept through a country. People with the disease had twitching fingers, and the death rate was very high. The whole city was paralyzed, and an orc was born. These children were born with the features of animals. To protect Gaius, the father hid him in the forest. Suddenly one day, an outsider came into the forest. The father drove him away, but at the same time he was marked. Father hid Gaius in a small hole, and he went out to meet the enemy. By the next day, when Gaius came out of the house, he saw his father walking back, dying. He had finished off the invaders, but his father died of his wounds. From then on, Gaius lived on his own. He learned to fix his own plumbing. He also learned to carry things in a cart, but it didn't work out too well. Even the dead branches bullied him. Gaius set the branches on fire, but little did he know, the smoke has brought danger. After venting his anger, Gaius fell into bed to rest. He happened to find a map. Following the clues on the map, he found the box his father had buried. Inside was some money and $1 million bank card, but he'd lost it all. He found a photograph of his mother, and a piece of publicity for the orc sanctuary. Gaius decides to go there to find his mother. He found the location of the sanctuary on a map. He took his bags and set off. When he reached the edge of the forest, he suddenly found a chocolate bar. He picked it up and smelled it. Then he lifted it up and ate it, and he saw that there was another one ahead. He chased after it with a voracious appetite, but the bar got away. That's when he sensed the danger.